All right, hey guys, so I'm Tori. I'm going to talk to you guys about Pinterest tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. If you have not done anything with Pinterest, you're missing out big time. Pinterest is a huge piece of just social media and without having to do all the things you do on Facebook. That's the part that I love about it is you're not having to really go in and, go comment and do all of that. Now you do have to pin and repin, but if you're somebody that uses Pinterest anyways, just for your personal business, then that for your personal life, then you can still use that account. So how many of you have a Pinterest account? Like personal, business, whichever. Okay. Now I'm going to move this out of the way so that I'm not, pull this up. Now, do you guys have, and y'all can answer in the chat or y'all can unmute this because it's such a small group. I feel like we can kind of be more hands-on-ish and ask questions. So let me ask, how many of you have a personal account with Pinterest?
Personal. I have a personal.
Okay. Now, do any of you have a business account? Okay. Well, yes, I know you do, Kim. Okay, so with that being said, there's two options that you can do with your Pinterest account. You can keep your current personal Pinterest account and convert it to a business account so that you keep everything that you already have, you keep your followers, and you're not starting from scratch. Or you can add on to your personal account your business page. Okay, so there's those two options. Now, in your settings is where you're going to go to convert. If you want to convert, you're going to go under account management. And then you're going to see on yours, it's going to say convert to business account. Since this is my business account, I don't have a personal account anymore. Stormy, you're really going to come get right in front of the camera, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, she likes when I'm on call, she likes to be front and center. So you're just going to hit this button right here that says convert account, and then it'll switch it over to the business side. Now it'll ask you questions. It's going to ask you, what are you selling? Who's your audience? It's just going to ask like little bits and questions that you can answer. You can go back and change them. So if it says pick 3 things that you want to focus on, those 3 don't have to stay that the entire time you're on Pinterest. So if you say you want it for sales or for expanding your network right now, and later on you want to change it to something else, then you can. Where are you going? So that's that's like the basics and the main part of just setting up the account. Now I know that if you plan on doing RSE Pinterest events, I know that a lot of us have more than one business. And so with RSE, if you're doing more than one business, the biggest thing that we ask is that you keep them separate so that you have more than one business account for each company. So for me, y'all are going to see Scentsy because I haven't really built up my Measure and Made stuff yet, but that's my main side hustle or main hustle now. So that's what you're going to see on mine. Now, when you're creating it, you want to make sure that you have your name as what people are going to see. Okay. Yes, you want to have that Scentsy piece in there, but your name needs to be the number one focus because people need to know who you are. Don't you give yourself a nickname, give yourself your name, and then put that you're a consultant for whatever company or whatever. And then I put my title on there also. So I have that piece there. Then your handle, if y'all know and have seen my post, y'all know I am big with Sense with Tori B. And so that's on Facebook, that's on my Instagram, and that's also on my Pinterest. So that's my like handle. So somebody can look me up with that shortened piece instead of looking up Tori Benitez, Independent Sensei Consultant, Star Director. So if somebody knows my handle and they go search, they can do that.
Where do you set up the handle?
That's going to be when you're doing all of your setting, when you convert it over to that business page.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And so when you're going in doing that, like I said, it's going to ask you questions and it's going to have you fill in pieces. That's where you're going to put those parts. Now that's just the setting up piece. How many of you have ever created a pin or a board before?
I've done a pin before.
Okay. Have we created at least boards?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So a lot of us say no, but we actually do. We just don't realize that we're doing it. So when you click on your Pinterest page, when you click created is going to be anything that you've personally created yourself. So this is going to be where you're going to be able to see all of your stats for all of your pins that you have created. Now, when you click on saved, this is going to be where you see your boards. So if you have a Pinterest account, you most likely have boards. You have the boards you save your recipes to, your fitness activities to, your quotes to. Those are the boards. So you do create them. You just don't realize that you're creating it. And so there's a plus sign. Got to keep moving y'all side to side because over here on the right-hand side. And so there's going to be a spot for pin or board. And so you'll just click that board button. Name it, and then hit create. Now, when you create it, it's going to take what you titled it and give you suggestions. Now, obviously, Measure and Made does not have a lot out there on Pinterest because what's popping up for Measure and Made is math stuff. So that shows that with Measure and Made, there's a huge market out there for doing Pinterest. Now, I don't ever take anything from what's recommended to me because I want my stuff to be created by me. So anything that's recommended, I do not take. Sweetheart, what do you need?
Good night, Stormy.
Okay, go. Please go eat so y'all can go to bed. And then, so once there's that's the board. Then you're able to start creating pins. So the board piece, pretty easy. We've all done it before. We just didn't realize we were doing it. Now with our pins, we're going to hit this plus sign. Again, plus sign always means you're adding something. Now, for me, within each board, most of my boards, I have sections. So, for example, let's say that we wanted to talk about the joggers, because that's what's on my mind right now. I'm going to make a section for joggers by itself. Or for me, that's where I'm going to put it just because this is my Measure and Made practice board, right? Now, let's say you had a Measure and Made joggers board all by itself. What are some sections that we could add in there within it? So you could just have joggers, then you could have your jeans. What are some ideas of what we could put under that joggers section?
Well, you can show the different people in the different the way the shapes and all. I can't even think.
Yes. Yeah, so having the different shapes so shape 1, shape 2, and shape 3. So each style that you have, you can have a section for each shape, have, the breakdown that Measure and Made does, but then also have real life pictures of us in them as well. Any other ideas on other things that we could do to separate them?
Colors.
Colors. And then also with the colors piece, you could even break it into like different holidays.
Or activities, like
Activities.
casual and, yeah.
Right. So like I know I'm doing a talk, I don't know, Kim said I was doing a talk thing on Friday. And so I'm going to be talking about joggers, and I'm going to showcase wearing joggers with different styles. And so that would be the perfect way to add in casual business in there with that.
We're doing Fashion Friday together.
Yes. There you go, that thing. It's like I got said I was doing something, so I said, yeah, sure, why not? So that's just the setup of boards and sections so that you kind of know when you're looking at, okay, what is a section? How can I make this flow better? Because when you start creating pins, it's going to get messy. A lot of the times the pins just start flowing in and it just is a disaster. I'll say, because especially for me with Scentsy, when you look in a warmers section or warmers board, there's just warmers and there's no rhyme or reason to my board, so I'm going in and I'm starting to organize them a little bit better into sections, because when I first started, I didn't know about sections. So now I'm playing cleanup on all the things I've learned over the years on how to make things look prettier, cleaner. So now let's create a pin. Any questions on boards or sections? No? Okay. All right. So for the creation of a pin, it's really easy. People make it a lot harder than it is. And we, we do it and then we're like, did I really do that right? Or you did. It's really that simple. So all you're going to do is create pin. And now they have Stormy. Can you move? And so they have now combined our video pins, idea pins, regular pins all in one spot to create. So they don't have any of it to where it's separate anymore. Before, if you wanted to create an idea pin, you had to click idea pin and create it that way. Now, an idea pin is similar to a reel. Okay, they just like to call it something else. Why we can't stick to one name, I don't understand, amongst everything, all the social media. So if you have a short reel, you can put them into Pinterest and make yourself a reel in Pinterest. You don't just have to have pictures. If you have a YouTube link of, from Measure and Made, you can actually drop that YouTube link into Pinterest and you can put it in there. So very simple on here. Quick question. How many of you use Canva? 1, 2. Oh, okay, cool. All right. So I'm going to show you here, but if you use Canva, you can actually, okay, how many of you pay for Canva? Okay, perfect. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys how to create it here, but with Canva, you can actually schedule and pin straight from Canva into Pinterest. So you don't have to download all of the files. You don't have to do any of that. What's wrong? Okay, then stop eating. You're still hungry, then go eat. Her tummy hurts, but she doesn't want to stop eating, and she's still hungry. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so again, you can schedule them out on Canva, but then you can also do it from here. So let's see what pops up. I have 1,000,001 things. So let's do. Is this free shipping still available? I don't want to post anything that, yes, okay. I'm like, hold on. I've got to get used to different things. My Scentsy stuff changes all the time, so I don't know how often things change in Measured Made. So all you're literally doing is adding a, are you real? There's the other cat. Now they're going to fight. So you are literally just clicking on the picture. Hold on, let me start that over. I got distracted, sorry. They've really changed stuff up and I don't ever use Pinterest. Okay, so again, you're just clicking on the button. And then I don't know if y'all can see that it's popping up like my pictures. So then you're just going to pick the picture that you wanted. And then it's going to add it in. You can choose multiple pictures. It's called a carousel. So like, let's say that you have a style of jeans. A style of jeans that we're not going to fight right now. I can fight later. And you want to see like all the different angles, you can add that in to all of them into one pin instead of having to have a different pin for each view of the jeans or the pants. Adding a title, one big thing. I was taught one way. I've changed the way that I do things. I was taught make sure you always have the company name in your title. However, sometimes that gets looks too salesy to me. So when you're thinking of the title and you're thinking of a description, I want you to think of Pinterest as a big virtual library. And what are those key words that people would search that would pop up? You know, so like the jeans that are distressed on them, you could have, that could be a word because people look for those type of jeans all the time. So think of the key words for the pants that you're talking about to really focus in on those keyword pieces. Now, yes, we do want Measure and Made in somewhere. Does it have to be in the title? Not necessarily. You can put it in the description, because if you start typing in Measure and Made, like that's long. That's really long for a title. And when you're looking at Pinterest, the shorter, the better. You don't want big, long paragraphs on Pinterest because it is a graphic style of marketing. They're really focused on the images. They're not really focused on the words on Pinterest. So you want to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. So when you're doing it, I would say maybe put Measure and Made in the description. And then, so just kind of based off the picture that you're doing, oh, trying to read what that little wording says. Right, again, short, sweet, to the point. Now, when it comes to a specific style, what I've done, and I don't know if y'all have done Chat GPT or done anything with that yet. I'll do another training on that one as well. But with Chat GPT, I can literally take the description of a product, put it into the system and say, condense this for Pinterest. And it's going to rewrite it, make it short, simple, and sweet, and I can copy and paste the wording into Pinterest. Or if I'm on Facebook, I can say, reword this for Facebook party, reword this for Facebook post on my personal page, add hashtags, add emojis, like all of that on ChatGPT. So, baby, okay, go try to go potty. If you don't need to go potty, just go sit on the couch. Okay? Okay. Want to say hi? Want you wait? Okay, go on.
Now, is there a charge for Chat GPT? That's a free service, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So again, I'll do I may just do that one like a video recording because I've had a couple people ask about that. That one I might just do a recording on and share it with everybody. But yeah, so it'll help you with your verbiage, help you keep it short, simple. If it's too long, you can say shorten it. If you want to make it longer, you can make it longer. If you're like, okay, I need this to go into a email format, it'll turn it into an email format for you. So it's a game changer, saves so much time on different things too. Okay, so then you're going to then want to add a link. Oh man, I think it just took everything away from what I was just doing. That's okay. Maybe. There we go. Saved my draft. Yay. Before it wouldn't have done that. I would have had to start over. Add your link in there. Obviously, you want to be a little more specific when you're putting those links in. So if you have a, jogger style, you want to put the joggers link there. For the jeans, put the jeans link there. As a shopper myself, I shop a lot online. I don't like having to search for stuff. So if I'm on Pinterest and I click on a pin and I want that specific thing, I want to be able to find it with 1 or 2 clicks. I don't want to have to go search for it. And so for me, that's what I do with my pins. When I'm making them, I make it link straight to what I'm talking about.
I have a question. So the link you just put in basically is the catalog.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just for me to copy and paste in here for this one. Yeah. I haven't learned how to navigate yet. I'm getting there. So practice board, measure and made. I don't do anything with topics on here. It's just not something that I use. You can schedule on Pinterest itself as well. So you can pick a date, time, and it'll go out at a different time. So when you would utilize that is if you are spending a day mass producing pins. Do not sit and make 100 pins and publish them all in one day. Your account will get locked, it will get shut down, and you'll have to wait for everything to reopen and reactivate and contact Pinterest and do all the things. So when you're creating them, you can create 100 in a day, but you need to schedule them out so that they're not all going at one time. So you can schedule, 4 or 5 a day. If you're like, okay, 4 or 5 a day is a little much, do 2 a day. Have it to where it's being consistent. Pinterest wants to see you constantly doing things. It wants to see you on creating new items, and then it also wants you on pinning and repinning other people's stuff as well. All right, so I am not going to publish. I'm going to just publish it.
And it literally takes me, I'm a newbie. Tori has been so unbelievably patient with me. I mean, you would have thought that I was like 3 years old. She was trying to teach me this stuff. But when it clicked. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And it literally, to do a pin, it literally takes me now 3 minutes. Because I know what I want to put on there. I know. And so that I boom, 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 and it's done. It's just that easy.
Yeah. So once you get the hang of it, it's so much easier. Right now I'm going very slow, on everything. And so it's taking a little bit more time, but once you get moving and once you get the hang of it, it literally will take no time to do. And you can batch upload, do a bunch of pins at once as well, in that create area. So this is the pin created. When you click on hover over the picture, it's going to take you to the website, has the information, all of that is there. People can come in and comment on it. And that is easy peasy.
How does this connect back to you?
Because I made it. So I
Okay.
created it. So right here, when you go, you're going to see my name on these pins. So if I was to go to an event, so I can show you the way that it looks. I can go to a board. I think I have a board with some of Kim's stuff on here. Yeah, right here. So if I click on her pin, her information is, what in the world? I gotta show you how to turn that off. Normally I see her information. What is this? Okay, yep, we gotta figure out how to turn. Pinterest likes to, especially when it comes to like clothing product, they like to shop the look. And so you're literally able to click on each product and they're going to show you things that are similar. And we don't want them to do that on your stuff because then it's going to take them away from Measure and Made. But look, it even did a table back here, I think. Right there, that one.
Yeah.
But normally I see just like you see her. I say that, and now it's. So see the way that it pops up right here?
Uh-huh.
That's the way that it should always pop up on them. It should have her information right here so that you can then follow the person as well.
I have a question because our links, we have that dedicated link to our website, but you have to do the Shape Logic quiz, like to do the different sections, like say the jeans. If I go and just click on jeans and not log into my thing, will it still have my name behind it? So how do I connect that to me?
You'll have to like literally you'll have to log not necessarily log in, but you'll have to go to your shopping link and click on the jeans itself so that it will go to you.
Okay.
Then share that link.
Okay.
Kim, as I'm looking at your pin here, you don't have a website connected to it. So,
all right, cool, thanks.
Yep. So I'll need to go through yours and just so the way that you know if your website's connected, one is if this says view image, that means there's no website for it to connect to. Like it's pretty simple to see. It's just a lot of times we don't go back and go and click on our own pins. So if it says view image, then we need to make sure that you edit it and then add in a link. I can't edit her pin, but I can change where I have it saved. Okay, any other questions? Do y'all want me to show you how to do it through Canva? Really simple. Yes.
I have
Yes.
one question.
Yeah.
Before we go to Canva, if you have more than one business like I do and several of the others, and you convert your personal to the bit, how do you add each? You want each one separate? You just keep adding?
Yeah.
Okay.
So right here on the side, it'll say add account. And then you can just create your free another account underneath. And they'll all
Okay.
link together under the one email.
Perfect.
Now, if you have a separate email for each one of your businesses, you might want to have different email accounts for them, just so that you're keeping it separate in that way. But if you don't, then it's fine, or you don't care, you can keep them all under one. All right, any other questions on that? All right, let's go into Canva. My happy place.
Mine too.
All right. So the good thing about Canva is they already have Pinterest pins where you can go in and just like any other templates. But the nice thing is with Pinterest, they actually already have the size that you need, the specific size needed for pins. Now, it doesn't necessarily matter that you have it one size or the other. It's just going to look a little different on your board. Yes.
Did you want me to save you a taco and the fries?
No, I don't want
Just
any
the
tacos,
fries?
just some fries.
Okay.
And so you're able to go in here if you wanted to do a video pin, you could go in here and it's going to walk, show you how to do that. Now I'm just going to go to one that I've already have done, like a graphic that is already done to show you guys. These might be. Okay. So if you go to your picture and it's already done your graphic, you're going to hit the share button. You're going to go to share on social and click Pinterest. And then it's going to have your boards. So you'll just click the board that you want to put it in, title, description, destination. And you can do this with Facebook too, by the way. And then if you want to schedule them out, you just hit on the schedule pin later, add it here, and then on your content planner. I don't know if y'all know where to find content planner. It is a game changer for me because I can literally see everything that I have scheduled out for all of my events. So if you go to apps, there's what's called content planner. And then you can look at everything that you have scheduled out, Pinterest, Facebook, and then the nice thing is you can actually go back and look at your past stuff. So you can click it and then you can even look at like your insights from here to see, okay, that one did okay. Maybe I can change it up a little bit. And then you can see what you actually posted. What wording did you use on it? And then let's say that I wanted to use this again. I could just hit make a copy and it'll take me to a brand new one. Now, if you schedule out your stuff, so like this stuff that I have scheduled for November, any of these that have not yet been published, they go into like I want to say like, it's like a hibernation mode kind of thing where you can't edit it. Trying to see if one will pop up. Probably not, because I'm going to, there, this one. So see, it says editing this design will pause the scheduled post. And so if you have it scheduled out, you cannot mess with that picture again. So then you just make a copy and then you can schedule it to somewhere else.
I noticed you didn't download it at all because it's always on your content planner. Thank you.
Yep, it's in not just in the content planner, but it's in Canva itself. So it's in your templates. All of these are templates that I have that I've already created. And so I don't have to download everything every time I'm trying to schedule out for an event for
Hallelujah, honey. You just saved me a lot of time and memory on my computer.
yes. Yes, yes.
With multiple businesses, that is a game changer. You can sit down on a Sunday and just do. And then guess what? The rest of the week, you don't have to worry about anything. It's all going to do it for you.
Yeah.
All you got to do is go in and do your comments or do your repins.
Yep. Yep. And then the only thing is like if it's a Facebook group, just like any like SendShare, any of those, you do have to get the app added. So you just need to add that app in Canva app and you're set to go.
You mean in the group
Mm-hmm.
needs to add it. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
So
I
what's
think
the-
that's why I was that's why I was downloading so that then I could go back in and actually schedule it on Facebook. So
Yep. No,
Now
you
how-
can. So that's why I have 1, 2, 3 of this same picture on here because it's scheduled out in different areas. Any other questions?
What's the repin thing you keep talking about?
Oh, so with repinning, something, if you're a Pinterest person, you already do it. It's saving other people's stuff to your board. So if I go into, let's just say I'm going to go to, what's something that I was looking up? Oh, I need to look up some arm workouts for my daughter. Arm workouts at home. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pin. I'm going to pick the board that I want to save it to. I'm going to put it in this fitness one and hit save. And that's a repin.
It's basically like bookmarking something for yourself.
So like I said, if you use Pinterest before you do this, when you're saving the recipes, you're saving, you know, destinations, books, all of that, it's there. You just don't realize that you're repinning, like you're saving someone else's stuff to your board. And so that's how other people get more views, is by saving, you are saving their stuff. So now their stuff is being viewed by another audience. So my audience can now see all of Kim's stuff because I have her stuff on my board. And then any of the other vendors that are in our events as well.
So like Tori has 230 followers. So now if she, or 230, if she has people that are just going through looking at her boards, I now have 230 more people looking at my stuff.
Yes.
And people do look at those numbers sometimes when they're deciding if they want to do business with you or not.
Yep. And then this is the views piece. So that's going to be your monthly views. Now, I do tell people take this kind of with a grain of salt sometimes because it literally goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Like it is, I have people, my vendors, they're constantly messaging me, my views dropped 10K today. And I'm like, well, something had to have happened. Somebody deleted something, or somebody deactivated their account, or it's just one of those days where views are just down. All right. Any other questions?
You know, do you ever have to renew these, or they're always there? They're just there the day that you pin them.
So you don't have to renew them. They're always going to be there. So
Okay.
I go through, and I have gone through and just recently started deleting pins because they're old and they're not getting any views. And so they're on here and they're bringing my views down because they're just sitting there not getting traction. So I made a board because I'm going to do a mass delete. Where is it at? No, like this one's no longer available. So the stuff on here is no longer available, or it's duplicates. So I'll make a see, this is the same graphic, but a different scent. So something as simple as a change in that helps your views go back up by just changing one little piece, changing your background, you know, on there. And then once you've changed that background, you're able to see, okay, which one's getting more traction. And so by traction, you can see right here, this is how the eyeball is how many people have viewed it. The pin is how many people have repinned it. And then the little finger is how many people have actually clicked on that link. And this is normally within the month time frame.
And Tori does do, if you decide you want to do a Rising Star event, she does do one-on-one trainings with you for one time. And well, for me, because she loves me, she did probably 700 of them and then just finally gave up on me. And then it finally clicked. So.
And so like with that, I was going to try to show you some, like I have some older pins that like these I haven't even pinned to an event yet. So if it has 0 on there, like it hasn't even been pinned to an event, but I'm already getting views on them. And that's because of those descriptions on there. This one's only been pinned once, but it's been seen by 36 people. So they get going when people are looking. So like this one, 111 views. 5 people have clicked on it. And then it's only been pinned once though. So you're able to kind of see what people are looking for and what is catching people's attention. All right, I am gonna stop sharing because I think that's everything. And then I'm gonna also stop recording.